My name is Oluwatosin, and our business is called Pathway Giants Limited. At Pathway Giants Limited, we provide packaging solutions for small businesses in Nigeria. Our focus is on small businesses. We help small businesses to take their products from local to global, because we know that we have a lot of products being produced, especially now that everybody's brother and sister is into business. A lot of people are producers, but we still have to, they still are limited in markets to the Nigerian market. And with the ACTFA agreement and the government trying to encourage businesses to take their business global, to export their products, our Nigerian products are not so easily acceptable in other clients because our packaging is poor. So that's what we are here today. We are here to fill in the gap, to help provide workable packaging solutions with smaller minimum order quantities and help them package their products in a way that will delight their customers. I'm a late bloomer when it comes to knowing what I want to do with my life, and that's why a lot of people know from the very beginning. But for a very long time, I just knew I wanted to work in an office. But as at that time, something started shifting in me, because the more I saw people running their business and fulfilling their destiny, so to speak, it felt like something was missing for me. And at some point, I met someone that makes nylon. That's all she does. And she used to make what we call toromagbi. That's the small black nylon that when you go somewhere, you buy something, they put it in. That was what she used to make. And that kind of started sealing it in for me that, okay, this is what I want to do. But I don't want to do it the same way she's doing it. I want to be able to provide a service that everybody needs. Because we all know that the toromagbi nylon is something that is more of a menace in society. But how can I take this, what I love, and bring it into what is a problem in the society? And that was what bettered the packaging industry. So we have evolved over time from just providing shopping bags into providing solutions that businesses need. My training was more or less informal, because there is no particular school that teaches packaging, but I had to choose mentors, and most of my mentors were not even in the same industry I work in. So I had to marry the kind of information I was getting along with regular business trainings into what I have today. I'm a UN 3 awardee. The government of Goodluck Jonathan awarded some entrepreneurs grants back then, and I was one of the sets for the third one. I got 10 million naira, and that was the first funding we used for this business. After that, I put in for the Tony Milu entrepreneurship program, and I won $5,000. So that has helped, and so many other grants along the way that I've put in for. And then, of course, a lot came in from our savings. And then when I started this business, my husband was still working. So we had to take out a couple of loans here and there. And then, of course, whatever he was able to take out of what he was earning, that's what we used. Challenges, there are many. Where do I start from? So we have the number one challenge is power. That's the number one challenge. This is a very power-intensive business. So if I was to put on my generator for this system, I will have to use a 100 kVA generator. That's having to spend an average of 50,000 naira for fuel daily. So power is a major challenge. When I want to start my machines, I need to warm them up for an hour before I start at all. So even if I was using a generator, that's money down the drain. So we need to have sustainable power to be able to run this business. That's number one. Number two is staffing. We use a lot of blue-collar workers. So they didn't go to school to learn this, they learned it as a trade. You understand? So there is no school in which you go to and say, okay, this is how to run an extruder. We don't have such schools in Nigeria. So they kind of they go in under someone, learn it, and then they go out to go and learn. So you can't really place how much information or how much they have learned, except when you put them to test. So sometimes you employ someone and you realize that they don't know as much as they claim they do, or maybe they are making a lot of mistakes. You have to either train them and like I said, there is no formal training system. So you have to either train them or maybe bring in someone that has more experience over them. And then because, like I said, they are blue-collar workers, there is a lot of other issues that spring up as a result of them working with you, because some are not teachable, some come in with their own preconception of how things should be run, and they don't want to change that. So you have to like have a lot of hit and miss before you have your perfect fit. Raw materials. The raw materials industry is dominated by foreigners. So we have Lebanese, we have Indians, and we don't seem to have been able as Nigerians to get into that business effectively. So Nigerians work the the recycled raw material aspects. But even when you go outside the country, into China, Dubai, anywhere where all these things are shipped from, and you try to get in there and say, I want to ship, they tell you, no, go to this person that is probably Lebanese, that is working in Nigeria. So one way or the other, they kind of dominate the space. And by dominating the space, they dominate the price. They also own factories. So they kind of control things, control the pricing of what we sell. They can flood the markets at any time with their own products. While they are the ones still selling raw material source at a higher price. So we need a space in which Nigerians are also playing in this space, so that it's more, you have more competition, more healthy competition in that space. First of all, I would say that paper bags are from trees. So if you're using paper bags, you are causing deforestation, and that means you're not helping the environment either. So there is this misconception that, okay, if you use plastic bags, that means you are not helping the environment. That's far from true. The problem we have with everything is that we don't reuse, we don't reduce what we use, we don't reuse, and we don't recycle. The moment we can do these three things, whether for paper bags or for plastic bags or for plastic bottles, then the world will be a better place. The person that started the plastic bags, that invented it because he didn't want them to kill off all the trees to make paper bags. So he invented a plastic bag that could be reusable. The problem started when we started using them as single use. Now, my own industry, like I showed you earlier, we have most of the raw materials we use, especially for our garbage bags and other non-food grade products, are raw materials from recycled products. So the problem in Lagos, I would say Lagos because I don't want to use Nigeria as a whole, is being able to access this waste, because most of it goes to the dumps. And when it goes to the dump, I can't use it anymore because a lot of other chemicals have infused into it. Can we have a place where we can take this raw material, this waste from source? If we can take it from source, then we can recycle and reuse them into bags that we can still use. So the bags have been produced, but they are on a roll. Sometimes our customers want them on the roll because maybe they have a sealing and packing machine. So we give it to them on the roll. But for the other customers that have to pack manually, or maybe they want to use it as a shopping bag or as a bank bag or a garbage bag, we have to put it on this machine as a roll. Then it passes through from the back. We take a strand from the back. We take a strand from the back and put it in. It comes out here, and then the cutting machine cuts one after the other. It cuts and batches it up. So we batch up into 50s, 100s as we want. And then when we're done, we take it into the punching machine. So this machine is pretty manual. It's a punching machine. This is where we punch the handholds. And we have different handholds for different bags. Okay, so this is a typical, if we wanted to do a die cut bag, this is our punching knife. We call it a punching knife. So we put it on the bag like this, and then we put it on the bag, okay, like this, and then we put it into the punching machine and we punch. There's a lever here where you press when it's on, and that's what puts the pressure on it, and then it cuts through. And that's how you get this. So this is a typical already punched carrier bag. This is a typical already punched carrier bag. So it's the knife that created the punching hole. And as you can see, we have your bag. This is a bank bag.